Yeah. So in this session, like I'm going to show you how to set up this Konakart application on your laptop, right? The prerequisite for that is like you should have MySQL database installed on your machine, and these are the steps to do that. Download and you can download and install MySQL from this link, right? Or if you already have MySQL database, right? So you can proceed with step 2, right? So now let me show you how to do this step 2 and 3, right? As I already have that setup on my machine, so I'm going to do it in one of my participants' machine, right? So for the step, the first step that we are going to do is we are going to create a database schema for Konakart, right? So I hope everyone knows what is it meant by database schema, right? So if not, schema is nothing but it is a collection of tables, views, and views, and also it is a definition for database, definition for some database. Okay, so let me show you. I think I have it on my. So schema is definition for the entire database, and it includes tables, views, stored procedures, indexes, primary and foreign keys, etc. Right. So now we are going to create a schema, database schema for Konakart application. Konakart is a sample application for for script practicing and all for and text executions and monitoring. So first we will create a schema and then we will set up this in we'll download and install Konakart using this MySQL database, right, which we already have. All right. So I'm stopping my screen share. Sai, you can share your screen now. So go to MySQL Workbench, which is already launched, right? You can go
Yes,
to
sir.
MySQL. Yeah. So now once you go here, right, click on that local instance MySQL 80. Right. Enter the password and check that checkbox, save password in Vault, and click OK. Yeah. Right. Now you can go to you can go in the menu bar, right? So you see some uh, can you give me control, please?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So hold on. Hold on. So if you put a cursor here, it will show you an option to create a schema, right? So I think this one, the fourth one, under query, there is a database symbol, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
can you like put your cursor on that side
Yes, sir.
under query? So you have database symbol, right? And plus symbol, the fourth icon.
Yes, sir.
Click on that. Right. Now you see, it has launched a window saying new schema. Now give a name. Let's give a name to this. Remove that new and keep Konakart. Type Konakart. Give small letters so that you may forget if you give capitals now. You may forget that you gave capitals, right? So
Yes,
let's go with hold on. So Konakart, underscore schema. Yeah, give underscore schema. Right. And now apply, click apply button, right? And click on that apply again, right? And click finish, right? Now the Konakart schema is created. At the bottom you can see a confirmation, right?
yes, sir.
So here you can see a confirmation. Let me highlight that. Okay, right. So changes applied, and it says like apply changes to Konakart schema, that is the action, and the changes applied, right? So schema is created successfully, right? Now minimize this, and let's go to that Konakart installation file. So yeah, so yes, double click to start that setup. Okay, so click on that more info. No, on more info, and yeah, click on run anyway. Click on that run anyway. Okay, seems like it's taking some time. This will install Konakart on your computer. Yes, click next. Yeah, select that radio button. I accept the I accept the terms and conditions, terms of the license agreement. Yeah, click next. go slow, Cynical, because we need to take some screenshots when we are installing.
Okay,
Right?
sir.
Yeah, click next. Let it install in C drive. Yeah, you can
Next.
go ahead with that. So, if someone don't have enough space in C drive, right? So you have to, you have to select D drive instead of C. Select D, enter D over there, D drive over there. If you don't have enough free space in your C drive, okay. So make sure that you have enough, free space in your C drive. Yeah. Now this step, it is asking for where is your Java runtime environment. So do you have Java installed on your machine?
No, sir.
Okay. So open a command prompt and let's check that. Okay. So type CMD over there in the search Windows search box.
Yes.
Right. Yes. Enter and type Java space hyphen version. Java space hyphen version. So this tells you like if Java is not there, you'll get to know. If Java is there, it will show you the version. Otherwise, like it will show that Java is not recognized as an internal or external command. Click enter, sign. Right. So it's saying that Java is not recognized as an internal or external command because this laptop doesn't have Java installed, right? So first let us install Java. Open a browser and like download Google for download 64-bit Java. Yeah, Java 64-bit download. Right. So go to the first link java.com. Yes. Right. And scroll down. Scroll down. So let's select 64-bit Java. So here the third one, right?
Yes,
Windows
sir.
Offline 64-bit. Yeah, click on that. Right. So it is downloading JRE, and JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment version 8, and U291 means update 291. Okay. Most of the applications that we test will be Java applications. That's why I'm explaining this. You should know what is JRE, what is JDK and all. Right? Because most of the applications, like it would be good if you have a bit of Java knowledge. Otherwise, you should know at least basics of Java. Right? Now like yeah, go ahead and install that Java Cynical. Yeah, click on install. No need to change the destination folder as you already have. I think you told that you have 500 GB of space allocated for C drive, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can install everything in C drive. But those who don't have enough free space in C drive, right? So you please install it in some other drive. Okay. Those who are not having enough free space. So now
Yes.
open a new command prompt. So open that previous command prompt. Wait. Open that previous command prompt once. So
Yes.
if you try the same command again, right, it will not recognize and it will show the same thing. Wait, you need not type the command again. Just type up arrow. Up arrow. Yes. So up arrow, like it will show you the recent commands, right? Click
Okay.
enter. It will show you the same thing because this is a old. I mean, this is the command prompt which was opened before installation, Java installation, right? So
Yes, sir.
you open a new command, so that's why it could not recognize that. Now open a new command prompt and try the same command again. Right. And try the same command again. Right. Now it will recognize because after installation we start launched this command prompt, right? Now you can see it is showing as Java version 1.8. 291 is the update, and this is Java 8 version. And observe one more thing that I want to let you know, right? So if you see here, it is showing Java hotspot 64-bit server, means this is 64-bit Java, right?
Okay.
So that's what we searched, right? We searched for 64-bit Java and install that, right? So if it is 32-bit, it will not show anything over here. It will not show like it is 32-bit. Okay,
Okay.
just for your information, right? Now like you can go ahead with the Konakat installation. You can close this command prompt, close that command prompt, right? You have JRE installed successfully. Now go to the Konakat installation file. No, Konakat installation. No, it's already open. It's
Yes.
already open. Yeah. So here, like, let's check the path where it is installed first. Sai, so go to C drive.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, it will be installed in program files. Okay. As it is 64-bit Java, right? So it will be installed in, C program files. Okay. Go back once, go up one level. I want to, yeah, wait. So here you see, right, you have two things, program files and program files x86,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So you should know the difference between those two. So all your 32-bit softwares will be installed in this x86 program files x86 folder. All
Okay.
your 32-bit operating or 32-bit softwares, they will be installed in this x86, and all your 64-bit softwares will be installed in this folder. Okay, so that's the reason, like, you have, like, two folders, program files and program files x86. Now as we installed a 64-bit Java, where it will be
It would be in program files.
program files. Yeah, go to the program files and you should see a folder called Java. Yes,
Yes, sir.
go to that Java folder, right? And here you see that JRE, right? So you
Yes, sir.
can, right? So your Java is installed now in this folder, C program files, Java, JRE, right? Now go to the installer file. So you should mention the path over here, right? Copy that path, Java path.
This one.
Uh, Hold on. So enter in, click on the JRE folder also.
Yes, sir.
Double click to open that. Right. Now copy the path from the address bar.
Here.
Yes, that is called as address bar. No. Copy the complete address. Yeah, I think it will be copied. Yes. So you selected copy address, right? You click on
Yes.
that address bar. You click on that address bar. Right. Now copy that.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Yeah. Go to Konakat now. Yeah. Paste it over there. Right. Click OK. All right. And click next. Now wait. This is the default port number for Konakat application, by the way. Right? So this is the default port number on which 8780 would be the default port number on which Konakat will be running. Right? Yeah, click next. Wait, hold on. So, like, can you give me control, please? Oh yeah, sorry, I have it. I have it. Please wait. I'm just trying to, like, checking if we can increase this window. All right, so let's check a couple of things. Yeah. So all I want is note down that, admin@konakat.com, right?
Yes.
So at the bottom, right, Konakat super user credentials. You see that, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
copy that username and password and, save it somewhere. Right. And copy that password. Password is princess. Default password is princess. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And click next on that. So, like, everyone, please install, if you don't have, please install Notepad++. Okay.
Okay.
We'll be using Notepad++ very frequently. Please install it if you don't have. Now you can see that, Konakat is being installed on your computer, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. It is cleaning up the installation. Now, we already installed MySQL, right? So, we have to select the database here. So you can use you can use any of these databases. However, as we installed MySQL, we are going to choose that one. So if you already have Oracle or DB2 or Microsoft SQL Server or any of these databases, right? So you can use that particular database. Okay. There is no compulsion that you have to use only MySQL. You can use PostgreSQL or if you already have, right? So you can choose the database over here in this window. As you already have MySQL installed on your machine, click next, because by default it will select that, right? Now, so here, one second. So here, so you have to mention your, in the first field, right? In the database URL, right? So you have to give your Konakat schema in the place of DB name, right?
Okay, sir.
Select the DB name, double click to select the DB name. No, just select the DB name.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And give your Konakat schema. You created one schema in Workbench, right? You
Yes.
have to give that, you have to mention that schema over here. Yeah, Konakat underscore. I think we gave underscore.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
And mention the password, database password in the third field, right? Enter the database password, right? And click on next. Then in the next screen, you can check the connection, database connection, and it should be successful, right? Now you see a message over there, right? Database connection test successful. So you
Yes.
should get that message, get that message that database connection is successful. Then only your Konakat application will work. Otherwise, if you don't get this successful message, you will not, you cannot use this application basically, right? Yeah. Now you can click on next button. Right now, so in this window, you have to check the checkbox, create the tables required for Konakat in your database. Yeah, and click next. So now the required tables will be created. Whatever tables are required for this Konakat application, they are getting created now, right? You see there, right? Alter command is running and insert command is running, right?
Yes.
So all the required tables will be automatically created, right? And you should see this confirmation message saying that SQL executed successfully, right? So you should see that message, then only it confirms that, that the tables are created successfully, database is created successfully, right?
Yes.
All right. Now click next. Yeah. Click finish. And if you observe here, it will launch the console, Tomcat console, right? This window is called Tomcat console, right? So basically, Tomcat is the server, is an application server. We'll just, I'll explain what is this application server, web server, and database server in the next sessions, right? So for now, remember that this Konakat uses Tomcat application server, right? So check the private networks. This is one time, you'll get this window one time. Minimize this. Yeah. Select that checkbox and uncheck that public networks and click allow access. Right. Right. And you should see a confirmation message over here. So see there on the Tomcat console, server console, right? We call this as Tomcat server console. You should see, see this message. Can you open that? You should see this message, guys. Okay. So server startup in so and so some seconds, right? Milliseconds, right? Means
Yes.
server, it took like 15 seconds to start the Tomcat server. And now automatically this application launches, it opens a 2 pages in your browser. So you can see that, it opens 2 pages, Konakat admin page, right? So this is your Konakat admin page and this is your Konakat page, right?
Yes.
And like one more thing, see there. So can you go to the previous tab?
Yes.
So, observe the URL here. Now we have this, Konakat application installed on our laptop, right? And
Yes,
it runs on the default, by default, it runs on this port number 8780. And if you see this page, that means your Konakat setup is successful. All right.
Yeah.
So basically, like now you can use this application for scripting, test executions, and you can monitor this application. You will have access to the log files and all, right? You will have complete control on your application if it is installed on your laptop. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
And now go to the second tab, admin application, the third tab, Konakart admin application tab, right? Yeah. So there you noted down the password, right? Admin password. You can log in using those, credentials. You should be able to log into the application, okay, using those credentials. Right. Now you can see, all the orders and all, right? So you can see all the orders that are placed, already placed and all, right? All the products, all the customers and all, right? Now let's go back to the, yeah, are we good here? So application is set up successfully. Konakart application is set up successfully, right?
Yes.
I'll stop recording over here. Second. So from this page, right? So you can you can do some user registration, right? So let's do some user registration. Click on my account. Yeah. Register an account. Click on register an account on the right side. Yes. And you can create some user IDs, right? And observe here, the required fields are marked in blue color, right? So you have to enter some value for all those required fields. Yeah. Enter your first name, last name. Give like, Konakart user one or something. Yeah, you can give your name. That's fine.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, you have to enter all the mandatory fields. Okay. And like, yeah. So scroll down, scroll down. So select, a state, city. Yes, you have to select city and select state.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, enter that password and password confirmation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, click continue. Right. Now, user registration is successful, right? And you can see that, user account is created, right? So it is showing you my account information and all, right? So
Yes, sir.
here, it is showing you all the data that you entered, right?
Yes, sir.
So user registration is successful, right? Now you can go to MySQL Workbench, right? And let me show you like, how to run the queries, right? So you go to click on that query one tab, query one, query one. No, at the bottom. Yes, hold on. This one.
Okay.
Right. Now type show databases. So you can practice the SQL queries from this workbench, right? So you can type the SQL queries and practice SQL queries. Right? So the beauty of performance testing is like, if you are already trained in some Java, .NET or SQL, right? Or Linux, everything will be useful here, right?
Okay.
In performance testing, like those are all, added advantages. If you are already trained or, if you're already good with Java or .NET or Linux, right? Or SQL, it will be useful here in performance testing, right? Or Python, right? Or any other programming language, right? It will be JavaScript, right? So all these will be useful here for performance testing units, right? Yeah, now execute that command, Sainik. So click on that,
Yes.
click on that, this one. This is the icon for executing. Yes. Right. Now you see there at the bottom, right? It is showing some, your query results, right? It is showing the databases, right? And see your schema is the second one, is in second place, right? Konakart underscore schema,
Yes, sir.
right? Now let's use the second command, right? So
Yes.
type enter. Let's switch to that database, right? So for
Yes.
that, you type use space Konakat underscore schema. And guys, observe here. Hold on, Sainik, observe here. Observe here. Whenever you execute some query here, right, it will show you the results of that query over here, right? So here it's shown like see, this is the query that you typed, the show databases, and it is saying that 7 rows returned, and it is displaying all those over here. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
You have to be familiar with the UI, right? So like this is where in query one you can run you can type and execute any query, and it will show you the results over here at the bottom, right? Now, so we are switching to that database, right? So by using this command, use Konakat underscore schema, right? Yeah. Now click enter.
Yes, sir.
No, you have to execute that. Select that query and execute that. Select that query. Use Konakat. Hold on. So use Konakat underscore schema. So put a semicolon at the end. Yes.
Yes.
Now select that line. Okay. I think that is not because of the line, but select that complete line, that second line. Yes. And click on execute. Right. Now you can see at the bottom, like it is showing use Konakat schema, right? It
Yes, sir.
switches to that database, right? Now, in the third line, type a query, select star from, wait, show tables. Try this command, Sainik. Show tables, space tables, and select that line and execute. No, select that line and execute. Right. So these are the tables that it created. When see, you remember, right? When we are installing setting up Konakat, it asked for do you want to create tables required for Konakat?
Yes, sir.
And these are all the tables that it created. How many tables? It created 126 tables. How can you say that it has 126 tables? So see here, show tables is the command that you executed, and here you can see 126
Yeah.
rows returned, right? So you can cross verify it over here. So it will have, this database will have a total of 126 tables. Okay, so this is a medium application, medium to enterprise scale application, right? Right. So Konakat is a Java application, enterprise Java application, right? So this is the command to see the tables. Show tables is the command to see the tables, right? Now, so let's move on to the next command. So, and go to line number 4, enter. Yeah. Now type this query, select star from, no, give a space over there. Star from space customer. I think there will be a customer table. I just
So do
want
we
to
need to
show.
place semicolon?
No, not required, not mandatory, but you have to select that line, complete line, and click on execute. There should be a shortcut for this actually. Konakat schema customer doesn't exist. Okay. Hold on. Can you give me yeah, let me take control. Okay. Okay. I'm not getting controls. I need to. So can
Sir,
you
it is
select that? Can you run that query again? Show tables query again.
okay. Once.
No. You third line. It's already there in third line, right?
Okay.
Right. So check the tables, they should be, I remember that as customer, maybe it is not a customer table. Okay.
Customers, sir. Customer.
Customers. Yeah. So now type select star from customers. There is a typo there. There is a typo. Right. Execute that command. Right. Now you can see your user ID there in line number 6, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So now, when you have this, application installed on your machine, right? So you can practice SQL queries and, you can create some user IDs and you can see that in the database, right? Now you can see here that user ID is created in this Konakat underscore schema, and you can practice all these queries, show databases, use, you can switch to that database and show tables, and you can run, whatever query you want on any of these tables. You have 126 tables, right? If you are interested in SQL, you can try inner joins, outer joins, and all those queries, right? You can create views, you can create stored procedures, you can execute stored procedures and all, right? So with this, I will stop here. So, and you can, right? So you got it, right? So we are done with MySQL installation and Konakat installation and the web tools as well, right? So I'll stop it here, right? Like if you have any queries, like we can discuss and we can close for today.